Well, welcome again, everyone, to Growing Up Alien. And today we have a special Starseed contactee guest, Barry Moore. He's been working with our team for a little while now, and he's had a lifelong experiences with upstairs. And he is also an Andromedan starseed. So I always say, Barry, you're an Andromedan in a sea of Pleiadians.
There we go. Yep.
And we have a beautiful vegan sundae with a cherry on top.
And we have fun.
Oh yeah, man, yeah. I think this is probably one of the few channels where everybody's always serious, and we're like just like yeah, we're like we're just getting
That's,
that we just get
yeah,
down
that's the
like
best way to be because everything is just natural, right? It's like you're not trying to pretend. It is what it is.
yeah. We screw up, we don't clean it up. We're like yeah, guess what? Life's messy.
That's
So,
right. We might say a curse word here and there,
well,
but
that's the thing. You don't feel safe around people who don't swear.
well, yeah, they're being too
No,
perfect.
something. Oh my God, that's the way it would. But anyway, so Barry, you have a unique sort of mix of what you're bringing to service here, right?
Right.
And maybe it is sort of the, I know it's not, there's sort of that Andromedan vibe I get, with that as well. And of course, many people are familiar with Alex Collier, probably one of the most well-known Andromedan contactees. So you're a philosopher, again, of course, the Starseed envoy, but you're also a bit of a mystic. There's that side to you as well that kind of like wafts in like a sea breeze, and then you have that wee bit of the warrior in you as well, as we all must in this liberation of Terra, right? It's like,
Yeah, exactly.
and I love when you get mad because it's
Oh,
like,
how do you get mad?
yeah, I know, I love it. It's like it's so great. Everybody's all like, "Oh, I never get mad. Everything's great." It's like, no, no, it's not great. Everything's not great. It's like,
Well, to pretend that everything is always great, that's
yeah,
that's very devastating to your
it
spirit.
is. It is like, there's, yeah, yeah, absolutely. I like one of your quotes here because I'm gonna. So we have you have a wonderful Facebook page that you invite all of your friends in on and to enjoy and sort of think about different things. And one of the things that I really liked was it says you said if you left Earth, would there be any reason to come back to visit?
Yeah, I did say that.
Oh God. Like, well, for me, no, but unless I had to pick up Ika or one of you guys, it'd be a rescue mission.
Right, yeah. Okay.
Well, other than that, once I leave, it's like, see you guys. Yeah, that was not a great
Yeah, it's
cruise.
like I'm out of here.
I'm not right. I'm gonna give this cruises a one because of the coffee, which was very good.
It's
But
a one-way ticket, honey.
oh man, this is yeah, no, this hurts.
It is painful,
This is painful. Yeah, I mean,
especially the older you get.
oh, literally. Oh, I know you can't believe like I'm still here,
Yeah.
and we're
Well,
still doing this. And this I always think I can't imagine the original contact. Of course, mostly the original contactees have all passed,
right, yeah.
but I guess maybe some of the ones that are still around. Well, my friend Frank Chili, and Frank Chili, he's still really he's got that Venusian cheer. He's still going, I
Right.
just get grouchy around him, and he's like, "Remember, you're here for service," and it makes me feel good. And but some of the other people that have been around for a while, they must be like, when is, and I can't even like, yeah.
Wow.
So thank you for your all that years of service on this planet.
You're most welcome.
And I hope our this kind of service is over and we can start getting into the fix and cleanup stage.
Well, yeah, I mean, we need to really get past the stage.
Let's get past this, right?
Get past the stage already.
Oh,
It's time for the fun stuff.
oh God. Yeah, when?
Yeah, I know.
And it's like, when? And it's funny. That's why I never give prophecies. Because But everybody has these prophecies. They're all like, when this, everything's going to change, when the solar eclipse happen, or when this happens, or when this, and when the butterflies do this or whatever, and then nothing happens.
Yeah, nothing.
Nothing happens. And it's like, then they'll come out again like a week later and be like, oh, it's all going to change when this happens. And it's like, well, it didn't work the last time you said it was going to change. Now this week you don't.
and people lose interest and people don't believe anything anymore.
Well, that's what, yeah, well, that's the boy who cried wolf thing.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I know. So one of the questions I'd like to, throw at you at this point was, when do you remember, like when you were a kid or anything, when was the first time you noticed that you were having different experiences?
Um, Lost time from walking to the store, which took about 3 hours and should have took 15 minutes. And I really don't remember what happened, but it was like, okay, something's going on here, quite amazing. I don't know what it is. And that kind of set me off.
Well, how old were you?
I was about 12 years old.
12 years old. Wow.
Yeah.
So
And probably even before that.
oh yeah, is there anything from before that you kind of like, you start to you go back in time and start to put the pieces together?
You go back in time and you put the pieces together. But before that, I don't have any, I can't remember.
Mm.
Um, Before I was
Hmm.
12 years old is when I noticed those sort of things started happening. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Do you think you went up on a ship?
I don't know,
Yeah.
but I have seen
Um,
ship. So I
oh,
probably did.
yeah. When did you see the ship?
Oh, I saw the ship
Yeah.
when I was about 16.
16. Okay. Right.
Yeah, yeah. And and then more so in my older age. Uh,
Yeah.
and the last time I saw a ship was about a few years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did the ship look like? Did you get a good view of it or
Oh yeah, I'm taking the garbage out one night and zoop, here's this ship just drops out of warp drive like Star Trek.
that's
Golden sparkles. The ship was a translucent gold,
really?
yeah, gold. The structures of the ship, like the frame beams or whatever, was like a darker neon light colored
Oh yeah.
gold. And the beams inside,
Oh yeah.
they're
Oh,
they're looking at me. I mean, a whole bunch of windows, and every window had being looking at me.
wow.
And I'm still got the garbage. I ain't put it in the trash yet. And I'm like, wow, what is? And so, but we never spoke anything like that. Then all of a sudden, the ship goes back into warp drive. Trail of golden sparkles flying off of the ship, and I was like, I think my cosmic family just said hello.
Whoa.
Yeah, and that was really, really. So I ran back in the house. I was gonna tell my wife, and I'm like, she ain't gonna believe me.
You be
I gotta
you be super yeah. Wow. What was the shape of the ship?
The shape was a long cylindrical, like cigar type,
Okay.
uh, maybe submarine type ship. It was,
Okay. Wow.
it wasn't round. It was a long cylinder, like yeah. And then it had all these weird looking things hanging off of it, and back at the rear part, maybe probably the engine compartment or something. Um, and of course, I'm sure the engine wasn't like convention like what we got. It had to be
It's just, yeah,
exotic energy and stuff
right.
like that.
It'd be yeah, it'd be the torsion. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So and then that just kind of confirmed, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm way different from a lot of people. So, but it's okay.
You may be surprised how many people.
Yeah, no, huh?
Clerks, yeah. So the beings inside, did you get a look at kind of what they look like or anything?
Their heads was kind of like a, I don't want to say almond, but it was kind of like round, but get a little smaller here. And then their eyes was like kind of like human eyes,
Yep.
but not as defined as human eyes.
Mm.
Kind of with a tinge of maybe Oriental uh, kind of look to it. And but they were darker skinned. They were more. It wasn't like just black. or white. It's kind of like in between.
In
Yeah.
between. Did it have any other colors with it? Like just
No, just that, and
yeah.
um, yeah, but it mostly was the ship was all it's like golden.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did they have hair? Did you see any notice that they have hair or
They did not have hair.
they did not have hair?
Yeah,
Okay.
they did not have hair. At least the ones I saw,
Mhm.
and I got the impression like they were maybe the children or something, or maybe they was adolescent
That
that
makes
was staring at me, and then maybe the older ones maybe look different. I don't know.
that
Or
makes sense. They're all excited to see you.
yeah, wow. It's like we're gonna take a world travel, or we're gonna take a cosmic travel to meet one of your ancestors, or to meet one of your people, and it was like, wow, really? And then all of
Yeah.
a sudden they're here and they're like flabbergasted. Wow, this the guy?
This is- they're saying that guy is wild. He's an adventurer.
And he's a black man.
I can't. I always say there's an old Irish saying about that. You're either like a thrill-seeking adventurer or crazy. So I'm not sure. I don't know where I'm leading. You know, it's like yeah. Oh, that's some magic. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, that still amazes me even when I think about it today.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Um, um, and so yeah, I'm sure there'll be more of those.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you saw another? You said you saw a couple of ships. Was there another ship you saw?
Yes, this was at my mother's funeral about 10 years ago. And back in Alabama, the storms get kind of weird and heavy and crazy. So it was kind of storming and everybody was on the inside. And it was like, you better come inside, you're gonna get struck by lightning. I'm like, I'm not afraid, I want to watch the show. And so this bigger ship
Mm.
was circular, and then there was a smaller ship just below it, smaller. Well, uh, the door opened underneath the bigger ship, and there's this ball of like ultraviolet. It was like a round sun, but it was ultraviolet, and it was molting. I could tell it was molting, and it just went like a teardrop, and it dropped into the smaller ship, and then the smaller ship glowed a little bit more, and then they both just zoomed off, and I was like, was that a refueling thing or something?
And
I
then
have
wow.
Yeah, the sun turned to like a drop of rain. At first it was round. Well, the energy. It was a round circle, then it went, you could tell when something turns to liquid like, and then it just dropped into this other craft, and the other craft glowed a little bit and got his energy on and just zoomed out. And I was
Well,
like, whoa, okay. Uh
those were saucer type craft.
it was a salsa type craft.
Do you have an idea of like how big the big one was?
The big one was about the size of a small city. And
Wow.
then
Oh, you
and
had
then Then the smaller one was the size of I'd say 2-3 blocks.
those weren't small. I'm
But they
thinking
were, you
scouts.
know, it was kind of hard to project how far away it was, right? But
Wow,
it was huge. The
those
big
are
one was huge, yeah, and then the smaller one was smaller.
huge. The small one was huge. It's like, whoa,
Yeah, the smaller one was huge too.
holy, those were for you. Those are for you to see that.
Yeah, and then the other time, this was in a I could say alternate reality, but it was still me,
Yeah.
and I was at home again, and so all of a sudden, boom, hot lava start bubbling up out of the planet, right? So we run down by our house, we go down the hill, and there's overflowing well. So we run down there. Here's this craft inviting us all on board because everything is bubbling, a volcano is being born or whatever. It's the weirdest thing. So we had to get into these like pods, like cylinders.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
and the cylinders, then we went in the cylinders, came down over us, and it was a liquid in there, but you could breathe the liquid.
Yeah.
And, at first, I was kind of freaking out, but someone was like, "Ah, it's okay, be calm." And so, and the ship just takes off so quick. I think the liquid was what do they call it? Inertia dampeners or something.
Yeah. Well, those are like those stasis. They have like stasis pods, and that's what is in there.
Yeah.
You,
So
yeah. That's where you.
I'm assuming that was a rescue of some sort.
Yeah. You wonder what that was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember who the beings were, so I can't tell you what they look like.
Yeah.
Sometimes my experiences, there's no beings. It's just an amazing experience. Uh, like when they took me down inside of the earth.
Into inner Earth.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
all I remember is this big old view screen, and I'm in the ship. We go into the ocean all the way, Mariana Trench, all the way into the earth, base of this giant, huge mountain. We go into where the lava is at.
Right. Right.
And then past that, um, is this big old metallic looking ball. And so it was they told me in my mind it's like the earth core is not metal like everybody think. The
Mhm.
earth core is condensed consciousness with so much pressure on it that it turns solid. But to us, it looked like they think it's metal, but
You're right. The Earth's consciousness. Yeah.
it's the billions of years of consciousness is still here inside of the earth.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
that it's time for all that to come out. So
Well, that's why we're here.
yeah, so
Yeah.
beings like us, kind of like I don't know, alchemize or transmute energy. Um, just being here, being a lightning rod, being a anchor
Mm.
is sometimes all people have to do. They don't even have to do anything just by
Uh,
you being here.
yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
and let's see, there's another time. Okay, this is about the portal.
Oh, the portal one. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I woke up out of a dream. I'm just laying back and looking in the top of the house, and all of a sudden, this big old swirling vortex, or actually, it was already open when I woke up. And it's white, swirling counterclockwise. And inside of the portal is two giant pyramids, but the pyramids are end to end like this.
Oh, yeah.
You put bottom to bottom,
Right.
and the pyramid was turning clockwise, but the two ends was turning opposite of each other. So it was spinning clockwise, but the two was turning opposite, and it was going like this. And I thought that was so amazing. Wow, look at that, how this thing is moving. I think it was a Merkaba.
Yeah. Something like a, yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, uh, and then after that, the walls, they're hieroglyphs, codes, fractions, alien writing, all in golden numbers again, just floating around in the room. The room turns totally transparent. Here's that golden, same thing as the ship. I don't know what is it with the gold. I could see the 2x4s. I could see the nails. I could see everything, even beyond the wall. All of a sudden, I could see these beings, and they was like outlined it with the same gold light. I think they were probably. Uh, I couldn't see their physical, but I could see the outline.
Right.
And so they're looking around the wall through the door at me. And so I talked to them in my head. I was like, I don't know why you're peeping around the corner. I can see you through the wall. It was
We
kind of
don't want to
funny.
disturb you, just open.
Yeah, yeah. We're just watching. We just and so after that, I don't remember anything else. But it was what really got me was the messages with was the codes
Yeah.
and the different writings and stuff. And I'm like, that had to have been from my consciousness for a later time.
Yeah.
I'll probably figure out what it meant. Maybe it was a download. I don't know.
Yeah. A lot of people have that, so I'm glad you brought that up, that people will see things on their walls and they'll be getting these, they're not sure what it is, but there's something they might hear noises or whatever. But that's a very common experience for many people.
Right.
So that's really, I think that's a key point for those watching, or if you know anyone watching that you think has had experiences, to mention, some of these experiences, because yeah, it's actually fairly, I think it's fairly common, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just,
Um, I think it's a beautiful thing. And one other thing that happened to me,
eh, oh,
uh, I think this was an Astro, but
mm,
anyway, the way it started, I'm going to sleep, but I'm not quite asleep
right.
and I'm not quite awake either. It's kind of like in between. And ringing in my ears started to get intense, and then I could feel myself, the atoms in my body change to a different structure or something. So next thing I know, boom, I'm in this place. This is a big old black fortified building. I mean, it looks like a menace type thing. And I'm like, whoa, what is that? Next thing I know, I think I went subatomic because
Well,
my consciousness, I walked through the concrete reinforced wall. I could see the rebar. I could see the molecules and matter within the wall. And as I moved through the wall, it was just like walking through the air. But I got through to the other side, and there were three beings. And again, I couldn't see their face. They was tall.
mm,
And they were, there was a baby on the table, wrapped in the blanket. I think they were studying this child, but I got the sense from the child that the child was studying them.
hmm, yeah,
And and they didn't know it.
yeah, yeah.
They never did anything to the child, anything like that. But that's the sense I got from that screen. And then the next thing I went through another wall. There's like Egyptian writing again, this time on the wall. There's like Egyptian statues. And again, I didn't, of course, I couldn't understand the writing, but I think it was just another message,
Hmm.
perhaps. Uh, and then I went through the last one. This one was kind of exciting. There was a red out shape of a creature behind a certain wall that my consciousness I could not get through that wall. Um, the entity from its shape looked like a praying mantis or insectoid or some type of being like that, right? And I think maybe I went there to sort of communicate with this thing somehow, but it would not let me see it, and I couldn't get through that barrier because I think it knew I was there.
Oh
The
yeah.
other ones didn't know I was there, but this thing knew I was there. So it blocked itself. Maybe I wasn't supposed to see it yet. But that was another fascinating experience that I had, and then I came out of it.
That's
So I don't know. I would imagine I'm always going places, especially when I'm sleeping.
sure, for sure. That's what everybody does. Wow, those are insane.
I'm waiting for it to start happening in my awakened state full time. Hey,
Yes.
come on, get me.
Yeah, I know. Oh, that's wild stuff. Oh, maybe,
I think they have to get into our awareness a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. So when the real whatever event or whatever happens and they come for real, we won't be freaking out too much.
yeah, I almost wonder if some of those like those kinds of I don't know, downloads where you see the numbers and the colors and the frequencies. I almost wonder if they're not manipulating some stuff inside of us. Because I remember myself feeling stuff inside of me getting manipulated. And I wonder if that's just preparing us for what we're going to be doing.
Oh yeah, they do that. They did
So
that to
that
me.
so your body can handle it.
Yeah, yeah. So your body can handle it.
Right. That's what I was wondering, because I've had that done several times where they're always making different adjustments. Sometimes they adjust too much and I'm like a mess. And then they're like, they pull it back and it's like what you
They
want.
the bad ones will send their agents to attack you.
Oh, right, right. Right. That too.
They don't want you to grow. I've been attacked several times,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
you know You remember your power and you fight them off.
That's what you do. That's what you do. And that's what we're doing is because, the thing is, they've created such a powerful narrative that's blindsided, pulled the wool over everyone's eyes. You have still so many people who don't understand what reality really is. And it's science. This isn't magic. This is all science. And you have gatekeepers that are preventing us from progressing or even experimenting or exploring different ways. They're killing people. It's like, so for sure, it's really important. That's why I stress every time we come on this a podcast with people, to please step forward. And I always leave my, you can always write me through the Gmail that's connected to this channel, but also you can message me on Facebook, and we're going to get you on, get all the different people on here,
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
'Cause we need to storm the media with our stories.
Right. Yeah.
And you're safe. We're going to answer you, right? We got a huge team of people on our team that are not only extraterrestrial in their extraterrestrial bodies still, but also those of us who are in our Earth bodies.
Yeah.
We're safe. We want to hear from you. We want to get your. That's why you're here. People that are watching or whatever. You're here to save this planet. I hate to inform you, right? But you're here to save this planet. So just a little thing you have to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Like I
have
said,
fun
not
with
the
it.
garbage. Yeah.
You can have fun with it. I do all the time at work. I got, oh my God, so many friends. Um, um, so I sent you a picture. Um, and I don't know why that happened, but the heart burnt in my skin, and I was like,
Yeah. I said, what the hell?
I don't even remember getting burnt. Is the thing.
You don't remember that? Oh man, I thought you felt that.
I remember a flash, but I didn't really feel it. I didn't even know that was there until 2 days later when I looked in the mirror, and I was like, "What the?"
Well, that wasn't fire that did that.
I
Now
don't
that,
think it was
now that you tell me the rest of the
burnt
story,
through my shirt. I got my shirt there with the holes in it, and I was like, "How did this happen?"
that was galactic.
The violent flame or something.
Though they can do stuff, um, you know, using electromagnetic fields and all that kind of thing. So yeah.
Branded by
If that
Barbara.
was fire, there's no, I mean, you would have definitely felt that. You were like, what the?
Yeah, I didn't feel anything. It was
No,
so weak.
that was, yeah. That,
So I don't know. Maybe they putting their mark on me, huh?
yes, they'll do that. And I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to look into it more, and you can definitely look into it yourself. But I almost wonder, like, sometimes they'll give us like holographic tracking devices and things like that.
Yeah, yeah.
I have one, so this thing obviously has a purpose.
I got one in my thumb.
You got one in your thumb, yeah, yeah. So
Yeah,
this thing, yeah, I'm not quite sure what it is, but we'll figure it out.
we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay, well, why did that happen?
I never tell you this stuff, It's like, yeah, they do some stupid thing and you're going, what the hell was that?
I got burnt, but I didn't feel it. What the
Right,
hell?
right, because that was, yeah, that,
So it's always amazing things happening um, to a lot of different people, and they don't understand what's happening to them.
right.
You know, even sometimes I don't understand what things happening to them, but I'm
You
more
don't.
aware now. Uh, um, and I have a good imagination of why things are happening to me because I am totally not a natural. Well, I don't want to say natural, but I'm not one of the lost. I'll put it like that. Uh, and I speak out about everything on my mind. That's just who I am. So maybe perhaps I'm supposed to be doing this. Like you said, we are here. We're here to save this planet. I just want to save it and be over with already.
Oh,
There's other things I want to do.
yes, like leave.
I
I know, it's like, oh,
think if we could just leave, we'd probably go, all right. But
yeah.
but then maybe we'll go out and be like, well, wow, I hate I didn't finish that or something. So
Oh, yeah, well, we're not, I asked them. I'm like, I want to do this. I like, it's not that I want to stop this job, but I don't want to do it here anymore. I want to get out of here. I want to keep the job going, but doing it somewhere else. And of course they never do. And I've even quit. I don't know if you've ever gotten really mad and quit.
Yep.
That's it.
Like
Not
like
talking.
everything.
That's it. And they're just like, no. Like, yeah. So many of us have been like, I quit. That's it. I'm out. I'm not talking to you anymore. It's like, and yeah, they
And the
just
next thing you know, you're back in the game, full
go back
force.
in, they drag you back. I mean, there's no way you're getting out, and it's just like, oh, and then and then you regroup,
You
you
know,
know.
I wanted to ask you, I've always been fascinated by the stars, space. Uh, Star Trek is one of my favorites.
You're
Stargate. So that sort of stuff just really, really, I just love it.
awesome.
I don't know why, I just do. It's like that's where I'm from, somewhere out there.
Yeah, yeah.
That's how I feel about that. So that's why it intrigues me.
Oh,
But
for sure.
yeah,
A lot of, well, of course, those were all soft disclosure to kind of get people aware. And I actually curious, I have a question for you. Like when you were watching those, like, space science fiction shows, did it feel natural to you?
absolutely natural.
Yeah, yeah, right,
I'm like,
exactly.
I'm like, they even left some stuff out. I'd be imagining, yeah, 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 a lot of that. Um, with the stuff with time dilations and
Yeah.
you know, yeah, all that stuff is possible. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. But the thing is, your descriptions of how you experienced it are going to help people who are like, that you might have had something like that happen, but they pushed it off. You
Right.
know,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
I must, but now they're going to be like, that happened to me 3 times or something like that. And then this happened. And you start to put the puzzle pieces together. That's kind of how I think, well, that's how it worked for me. Um, I've been a contactee ever since I was a baby. Being a walk-in, I was always in constant contact. But
Right.
you're a kid, you're a baby. You're like, you're not gonna, it's like, you're not really gonna. So I think people can they start to remember some of those things they've experienced and push aside, bring them
Right.
back up, and then start to put all the different pieces together, and they're going to see, wow, all the different stuff that's happened to them in their lives.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was real, you know? Yeah.
Well, I am really proud and glad to be here and to tell my story. So maybe
Sure.
it'll awaken other people to help them remember some of their stories and they can come on.
Absolutely. Yeah. And of course, your team upstairs is just tickled pink. They're all coming down to say, like, hey,
Oh, really?
coming down to say howdy. That's you had
Hey, team, what's up?
you had one experience, did you not, with a woman that came to you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Once again, this time I was asleep on the couch and I woke up in this hologram. This
Mm-hmm.
happened twice, one with a woman and one with a man. They
Mm-hmm.
both was blue. There was blue people.
Blue. Yep. Yep.
Uh, the man was more human.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't tell the difference from him and a real human being. The woman was more like an Arcturian,
Okay.
big head back here and small here. And they both only said one thing: everything's gonna be okay. And I'm kind of like, is that all you got to say to me?
That's all they say.
But maybe they felt I needed to be reassured or something.
For sure. Yeah.
Uh, um, Now that was another scene, another time where the Arcturians brought me to their planet, and they're like tricksters.
No,
They're
they're
funny.
funny. They're
They're,
there. Yeah.
they're tricksters. They're funny.
Yeah, that's so you got to go on their planet.
Well, they took me somewhere in the planet. It was so you ever saw the movie Prometheus?
No, I don't see a lot of movies, sadly, but from
Okay.
those who know the movie,
Anyway, the ground started to open, right? And it was like it's not like a door open and close, it's like spiral. It's like opening up in a spiral, and
oh
then
yes, yes,
and,
okay,
and then
yeah,
there's a
sure.
staircase where you can go down.
Yep.
So they took me down. It's like this is well, most of our stuff is underground. These are all the facilities. We can live on top of the ground, but we live down here too. And all these beings are doing different. It was like it wasn't the same. It was different beings. It's like a like the UN of the universe. Yeah, and they're doing all these different type things, and then they was like, "Oh, let's show." Well, so they wanted to show me some of the animals
Yep.
on top of the planet, and I saw the animals, which was really weird because they had four legs, but there was a head on each end of the animal. It was the weirdest damn thing.
Whoa.
And I started laughing. I was like, what is that? It looked like a cow, but maybe you had the head of an elephant on this side and the head of a giraffe on this side.
Really?
It was the weirdest thing, and I could feel it. It was like I could feel their energy, and it was like all fun, and it was like even the animals was like
Just get,
very humorous
yeah.
too. And so yeah, and I yeah, they took me up in the air, and I saw the planet, and they have different plants. There's different plants and stuff, but uh that's all I remember from that. But there's little snippets of here and there, different experiences that I've had, and I'm sure at some point I'll be able to put even more together and remember.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
you kind of reflect back and really try to focus on.
yeah, yeah,
Some of the
and-
memories are hard because you only get it's blurry. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It's not in focus sometimes.
yeah.
So
And sometimes they come and work on me.
yes.
I woke up in the middle of the night, and my body was on this side, was flipped to this side, and I can feel the hands inside of me, and they had this thing like a tricorder scanning. I was like, "Ooh, that feels good." I didn't want to wake up after that. Well, I was woke actually, and so they were scanning my body, and I don't know what they were doing, but uh, I was uh, I was partially out of my body because I
Yep.
there was no weight.
Yeah.
I felt like just like a feather,
Wow.
and but they was doing all this stuff to my body. I'm like, well, I guess they're doing what they need to do, but
Yeah. Yeah.
I have a degenerative back issue.
Oh, okay.
It was really bad. But after that, and I started doing Tai Chi, I was able to go back to work.
Oh yeah.
And I
There.
got off because
Yeah.
I was on disability. I got off disability. I went back to work. Uh, although I still have issues, but
Yeah.
not as, yeah.
Yeah. Well, ask them again because I every time I have an issue like that, that's just I'm not naturally clearing. I always ask the Pleiadians, and by next morning it's gone.
Oh, okay.
So ask them again. A lot of times they don't want to interfere too much. Like they probably interfered then because it's like this guy's guys, he's gonna be a train wreck. So let's get yeah.
Let's
I mean,
read them from that.
yeah. I find that if you get to that point, they're gonna be like, yeah, no, you're not leaving yet.
Yeah, yeah.
You're not going to be. We can't have you incapacitated. You got to do you got work to do. So they'll fix you, but ask them, and they'll come and fix you again.
Okay.
Yeah, never be shy. That's the thing. Nobody ever asks, but if you ask, they will fix. So,
Well, perhaps I keep an open channel, huh?
absolutely. You have an. I think you have an open channel. I don't think anybody's going to doubt you have an open channel. So, I don't think everyone's like, yeah, you bear he to work on that stuff. No, like no, I think like, what's wrong with you? Oh my God.
I remember one time I told my psychologist I saw a spacecraft. He wanted to lock me up. He just could not do it.
I'm telling you nowadays, I don't give a excuse me, but I tell everybody everything right out.
Yeah, me too. That's
And
what
I'll tell you, 99% of the people I talk to were all like, oh man, yes, 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 they want it. And
it happened to him, or they want to know more about it.
they want to know, they know about it. And they're like, it's like a relief for them to be like, I've been thinking about this. They've had their own experiences or whatever. And they're like, this is or they'll mention somebody like, I know this guy or that guy was talking about this. I said, yeah, he's telling the truth. They're like, I knew it. And it's just, they're ready. And people are ready. They are so ready.
Yeah, they're ready. They're ready.
Ready. Ika's a celebrity. He's got so many people that want to meet him. And he loves it.
Oh, really?
Oh, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, you love well, he loves you. They love the earth humans. They
Oh,
love
okay.
and it's just because at night you should do this every night. Like that's so when the weather is good, my friend Patrick and I we sit out at night and they're waiting for us. They're like, turn around, and you turn around, there's the ship. And they're doing show for you and they're flashing and doing all kinds of little.
Wow. Wow.
They'll stop when the planes go by. So we'll wait for the plane to go by. And the plane went by and they flashed a little bit, like, we're still here. I'm like, yeah, they're still there.
That's
Don't
great.
tell the plane, we're still here. So then, and then it's like, but every night now it's been like, yeah. So everybody get out there and look up, and they have to be, it depends. Like a lot of times they have to be pretty high up,
Yeah.
but you'll see it.
Yeah, get out, look up. I do it every time. I get up, go to work at 4, be like, wow, the sky's nice and stars and
Stars and yeah, gorgeous. And you'll see shooting stars and everything, and it's worth it. It's a nice experience.
what if the stars is a window to a whole different reality, probably where we came from. But this reality here has holes in it, and we see that as stars. What if that's actually the other side?
But there is the stars up there,
Okay. Yeah.
there's but there's dimensions, yeah, for sure. I mean, there's so many realities. The government's fooling around with them now. They're going interdimensional. I mean, ECO is working with time travel. They're using Pleiadian technology to do time travel. The government's doing all this stuff. I think they're just waiting. Not the bad guys, but the good guys. Well, the bad guys are doing it too. But I mean, the good guys are doing it because ECO works with the good guys, obviously. So it's like, yeah, but all the good guys get all this crap, right?
Right.
And
Yeah.
I think it's just a matter of when they're gonna put it in front of people.
I think the most horrible thing is that the technology they have that they use against the planet and
Yeah, yeah.
and uh, I can feel all that. I
Oh,
know when they're beaming negative energy down, I'm like,
oh yeah,
wow,
yeah, yeah.
people just think that there's something wrong with them when there's nothing wrong with them actually.
It's just yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And they create these sicknesses by thinking
Yes,
something's wrong with me, but there's nothing wrong with you. It's a whole big old mind thing.
it's a mind game. Yeah,
It
it's
just
mind game.
blows my mind even to think about it just now. It's like, okay, well, how can this be allowed? When will it stop? Maybe it's supposed to happen. I don't know. But
Yeah, I mean, no, I'm like,
I'm just tired.
you see people in pain and animals and plants and the planet and everybody, and you're just like, and it's just you feel it, and it's yeah, you're just like, I just kind of like we all just got to hold on. That's all I can. So I don't know what else to say. We just got to hold
Yeah,
on.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We just gotta hold on.
They're
It'll be
doing, they're doing, they feel the same way. And I always tell people, Ika has a lot of, PTSD now,
Mhm.
and a lot of them do. Of course, why wouldn't everybody do? We're all the same. So, but I think it's just the way it is. I don't know, like just there's just crap happens in different, and we're not the only one that's
Right.
going through hell, and we've been through hell on our planets. Back in you talk about the Andromedans and how they helped the Lyrans and all that. It's just this constant crap. It's like, but when you remember the night we went on that journey back to Era, and you were talking with the one of our male elders back on Era, and he took you aside and talked, but what the female elder told me during that meeting was that, there's going to be some massive cathartic cleansing wave
Right.
across, not just, across she showed it across like the galaxies in our
Yeah.
meeting.
How cosmos.
Yeah, and everybody's going to go through it. And it's going to be massively healing. So I hope she's right. I don't like,
Well, it's not just about Earth. I feel that
oh, not at all.
the whole cosmic
Yeah.
construct is changing somehow. Is what I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and yet they might have told you. I know one of the guys that I'm friends, Zachar, one of the guys that Wise Insectoid, he's like, you've done this before. So that's why we're here. You've done this before.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I think a lot, and I've noticed there's an older energy amongst certain amount there's a mix of people that came down here, but there's a certain older energy. Like, I'm an old fart, upstairs. I'm no, and so is Ika, and you have an older energy. We all have, they brought down a lot of the old soldiers because we've done this before, and they're like, I think that's why we stepped forward, because we're like, you know what, I know that we're going to be able to handle this, and we did, and we're doing it. So it's one of those things.
They say only the masters are allowed to come to Earth. I'm like, well, there's a lot of stupid masters
I
down
was just
there.
gonna say a lot of stupid. Yeah, I know. I
They
know.
forgot. Some of them forget or something, or
I forget, right?
maybe I'm finding some of my remastery and got the balls to stand up and say stuff and nobody would say. But I'm like you now. I don't even care. Whatever. I'm
I
just
don't care. Yeah, exactly. I don't care. And it's maybe that's why. Maybe that's what we're like. They just
that's what drawn me to you. I was like, oh my god, this woman has absolutely no filters. I love it.
oh, I have no. No. Ika gets embarrassed because he's like, oh God, you know, but I have no. He has filters. I don't have filters.
But people can get offended by that.
They can do whatever. Yeah, they can. That's good. That's all right.
Is that good?
That's good
That's
for
a,
them. Yes, if they
that's
wish,
their problem.
if
Yeah.
they wish to be offended, they are welcome to be offended.
Right.
Don't control other people's behavior.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just,
that is their right. That is their free will to experience whatever it is they wish to experience. And if they wish to experience that, yeah.
well, that's just it. We all got the free will to experience. If we want to experience chaos,
Ex you can experience that. Yeah, yeah.
right now, a lot of people are experiencing chaos,
Yeah,
including me sometimes.
it's yeah, it's we've all experienced it. It's just how you kind of process it, how you work your way through it, and then you come out the other side, and that's,
You have to bring yourself back to center.
yeah, yeah. And
Uh,
then you find that sometimes after you've done that and you've gone through the deepest, darkest, crappiest crap, and you pop out the other side, and you're a different person,
totally.
but a different person in a better way. You're
Yeah.
like I don't know. There's like a strength that you gain. Yeah.
Feel like this is a game that got went away or went wrong.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
I treat it like a game. I don't, yeah, you know.
I mean, I'm not saying, well, I'm saying a game, but I would say this experience that we're in down here on
Yeah.
Earth, the density.
Yep.
Earth used to be fifth dimensional, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
I heard, and then the mother dropped her density to take care of to help us.
There was something that happened. I don't know if it was around Atlantis. I'm not big up on some of the, galactic Earth history, but yeah, something happened. And that's when I think a lot of the inner Earth people went underground.
Right? Yeah.
It was something happened. I don't know if it had to do with the reptilian conquest. But I think Alex Collier is a good resource for people who want to know more about.
Yeah, I heard some things about Atlantis. There's
Yeah, yeah,
stuff they shouldn't have been doing, using it in the wrong way. But I don't know. It's a free will planet.
yeah.
Uh, but hey, I'm just waiting for the train to pull out the station so I can be on
Oh,
it.
I got my ticket. I'm standing there. I'm like, where the hell? Oh, it's good.
But
Well,
you know
Barry,
what? I'm grateful and I'm happy, and I'm just, hey, whatever. I'm gonna
that's
deal with it.
yeah. I'm just kind of like going with the flow. Like whatever happens, I don't give a crap. I'm just going with them
That's
because
how I am now. I was like, whatever come my way, I'm just gonna deal with
it's not my last life. It's not my first life. So I'm just gonna like it's just one of them, and there's more to come. So whatever happens, happens. But
it. I asked you about. I think I asked you something about politics. I'll just say this real quick. Uh, I it's really disgusting to me, and I don't plan on voting again.
it's a joke. I mean,
Uh,
well, yeah, it's an illusion.
because if I think if you vote for something, if you vote for a person, then you can't complain from
Yeah.
because you gave your free will away. It's just a consequential thing to me. So I'm not giving away my energy no more.
Yeah, that's why I say, when people have to be careful, that people have to rethink governments, period, because that's simply giving away your power and energy to someone. And like I think you gotta trust somebody super strong. Like
Right.
to give your power to this person. I ain't ready for that. I sure as heck don't trust any Earth government at this time. And
Especially this.
yeah, I would not have any government dictate to me or try to tell me they're in my favor. I don't trust any of them. And you got to be real careful. This is what humans, where they screwed up. You just got to be real careful. If you're going to give your power away to someone, you better trust who they are.
And that's what the aliens trying to tell us, I think.
They're trying to tell this to be they're trying to try, but it's I think and you can't talk about the collective, but it's like I think so many people find, living in prison comforting.
Hmm.
So when you live in prison and you just allow, your jailers to take care of you. You don't have to think.
Yeah. Yeah.
So are Earth humans ready for actual freedom? I don't know. That's too big of a question for me. That's I always say that's above my pay grade, you know?
Are they going to protect the warden or are they going to kick his ass out?
Yeah, I mean, and then I was thinking of a question, like, is it right for us to try to bring, I think the Earth's doing it no matter what. This is my perspective after kind of thinking about some of these things. I think the Earth is going to do a wet dog shake, basically.
Oh, because she's going to just like checking the fleas off a dog. Yeah.
She's like, F this, no.
I've been here long enough waiting for you guys.
Yes,
I
I
got to
really
do my
think.
own thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I just
Uh,
got a super ringing here. I just got a super download coming through. So
oh,
I don't know
wow.
what that is,
Yeah.
but when we're talking about that, maybe something hit the nail there. But I think the Earth's going to be like, you know what? Yeah,
Yeah.
I gave you plenty of time. You didn't return the library book. You now owe $5,000. It's like so.
Because this density, this lower density, got to be affecting the planet, right?
Oh, terrible, terrible. Pleiadian elders told me that. They said it's the human minds.
Yeah. I mean, I know if I can feel it, the planet can feel it too.
Oh, yeah, the planet's like, yeah, I mean, it's almost reminds me like you're wearing shoes that are too tight or something, and you're just like I gotta get this off, like that kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't
I think,
know.
I don't know. I see the Earth like it's our hard drive,
It's a
right?
lot. It's a conscious, the planets are conscious. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh,
You know,
wow. Well,
one of the things like, before we run, because we'll have you on again for sure. Maybe I'll have you on with some other. Maybe we can get Frank Chili with you or something. I don't know, because he would love to hear those stories. He'll hear them now anyway. But so Frank is he's our chronicler.
oh, okay.
I don't know if I tell people we're going to be moving a lot of Frank Chuli stuff over because we're actually saving all this information, for I would say posterior, not posterior.
Oh, okay.
I'm a smartass. But so a few of the things you brought up on your thoughts for today's series, I'm going to leave with our viewers as we get ready to bug out and get ready to look at the sky tonight. But you asked, is the state of the world the state of our collective mind? Which I'll leave that with our viewers. And also, when you doubt yourself, when you doubt your powers, you cut off the flow of magic. And I will leave that with our viewers. And I definitely want to maybe we'll do just a podcast with all of Barry's little delightful thoughts. We
Yeah.
can kind of put them out. You put them, make people start to go, wow, get those, because you have such a real knack for getting people's wheels turning,
Well,
and
I like to be thought provoking in a good way.
provocative, shaking the boat, rocking the boat, all that stuff.
Sometimes I get a little jagged edge, but whatever.
We like the jagged edges. That's what this channel is about. We're not trying to make anybody. We want people to be like, we want to shake them.
Yeah, we got to shake the shit out of them, right?
That's exactly. That's we're not the teddy bear star bunny channel. We're the we're the bad cop channel. We're the bad cop. Well, then there's Ika, who's there to soften the blow. So,
Oh, okay, cool. Right. Well,
but
great. Well, I have to watch this again, I guess.
thank you so much for being on. And again, this is definitely going to be a plan B for us for sure.
Thank you. It's such an honor. And to all of you blessed, beautiful people out there, I love you.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, that's why we're doing this.
We
Because
love you. Yes.
all right. Take care, everyone.
All right, sister.
Yeah, it always never